R398. Well, let's see, it was 48 degrees this morning here, and it'll probably get, no, I don't know, it might hit 90 today, maybe. It hasn't in the last couple of days, but that's okay. And let's see, I am on running, that is, the Svoboda little rig, the 1625 rig, and that's 1625s in parallel for the PA and 1625s in push-pull as the modulator. And we're driving the Svoboda linear amplifier, a Y826 is the tube used in there. And a few days ago, I installed a new fan in the linear amplifier, and what a difference. The fan that was in there had blades that looked like spokes. They were just straight, and that thing made so much noise, it was unbelievable. The linear amplifier sounded like it was a little shop vac. Anyway, I put a new modern AC Infinity fan in it, and as you can hear, hardly any noise at all. I have 5 fans running, 2 in the 1625 rig and 3 in the linear amplifier, and it's all pretty darn quiet now. So that was our little project for the past week. And as I mentioned, we're listening on the R390A. It's the NSA-CIA version with the black anodized front panel, and I know that really helps reception. So anyway, with that, let's turn it over to Frank, KB0W, WA7YBS.
Yeah, thank you, Henry. W7YBS, KB0W, in South Lake Tahoe, where it is currently 48 degrees, and some high cirrus clouds here looking out over the lake. Good morning to everybody. I don't know who's checked out and who hasn't, but Mike, Vern, Chuck, Steve, Tom, of course Henry, and Carla, thank you very much for being the net control this morning. Running the Johnson 500, the Svoboda W6 MIT restored Johnson 300 watts this morning, and listening on a Collins 75A4, and feeling pretty good. Nowadays. I've finished my radiation 30 days ago, and the chemotherapy, and the oncologist at Truckee Tahoe Cancer Center said that I responded very, very well to the treatment, and that my future looks bright. So we'll see what that means. I'm looking for 100% remission, but we never know about these things. But I'm feeling very good, and it's nice to see spring up here in the mountains. Probably going to be my last transmission, my first and last, and I wanted to thank Mike for his good wishes and everybody else's good wishes about my treatment. So I'm going to turn it back to, I guess, Carla, or maybe it's Mike. I'm not sure what the protocol is, but hopefully I can get on the net on a routine basis in the future. So over to, I guess, Mike, W7MS. This is a KB0W in South Lake Tahoe.
Okay, thanks, Frank. Go, Carla.
Okay, thanks, guys. Well, 73 to Steve and Tom and Frank. Frank, that's wonderful to hear. Good job on that. So, yeah, look forward to hearing you again. Okay, I just watched when I was today. All right, so let me see if there's anybody else wants to check in and be number 9 for the second go-around. Please come now. Okay, good morning, Bill. N6 BCT. Very good. Okay, let me just check and make sure there's somebody else out there might like to check in and be number 10. Please come now. Okay, nothing heard, so Bill, go ahead and make a transmission and hand it back to me, W4DVQ. Go ahead, Bill. Okay, November 6th, Bravo Charlie Tango. This is W4DVQ. Very good. So, let's see. Chuck will hand it over to Dave, MQI, and then Henry will pass it to Bill, N6BCT. So, with that, let's go ahead with the second go-around and back up to Mike, W7 Mexico Sierra, W4DVQ. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, thanks, Carla. W4DVQ, W7MS. We'll say 7-3s to Steve, who may or may not be here, but nice to hear him this morning. And good morning to Tom, one and done on the RBB TCM, but doing well in Reno, so nice to hear you on antique modulation this morning. Dave, yeah, you need to name drop the PRC 174 clone. Sounded mighty fine into Reno last night, yesterday afternoon. You know, a little bit on, you know, not bad for low power. You were Q4, Q5, and fine on the rodeo. And donating one's efforts to a cause, I think we've all done that, and it's good social interaction, but it also kind of has an expiration date. But glad to hear on the 107 recognition. And Henry on the 1625 quad rig, great. And now you know why I unloaded that Svoboda amplifier to you at an extremely attractive price, and it was all due to the fan noise. So glad you took care of that. But I'm glad it's on the air this morning. 7-3s to Frank with his updates to the group, and Bill's the usual Q. Whatever, but good morning, Bill. And projects here, had quite a conversation with Tom, OPE, and Andy, KD6TKX, concerning my Free to Me TBY from Mr. Brown from the swap meet that was largely ignored by me and others, but was holding one of the suntent legs to the ground to keep the suntent from blowing away. He gifted that to me on departure, which is not unusual as folks attempt to lighten their load one way or another, but got the TBY on the air, or I should say into a dummy load, and spectrum analysis, did my own critique on the infamous TBY. This is the TBY 8 version, and kind of confirmed with Andy and Tom their observations from 25 years ago, and of course Andy's contribution as the technical consultant to the Wind Talkers movie, that it's an interesting device. And that's a bit, you know, that's keeping it positive on Dad's Day. So that was a lot of fun getting that going with its extremely rare 110 volt AC supply, which is also compatible with 110 volt DC ship power. So it's the first power supply I've seen with a 110 volt asynchronous vibrator that powers an extra set of primary windings on the transformer. Interesting device, and extremely interesting when some of the snubber caps on the the asynchronous vibrator decided to short and spit out wax all over the test bench. But that's when you're on the cutting end of restoration, at least they weren't oil caps. That's truly a mess, and maybe even a call to the hazmat department. But over to Vern, and great to hear you this morning, sounding good, and always great to hear updates on the projects there. K6VXY W7MS.
Okay, Vern, K6VXY, K0DWC, well, very good. You picked up just a little bit there toward the end there, Vern, on there. I'm sure it's conditions. There's just a little bit of QSB on you here, not much, but just a little bit. And you're sounding good. You're sounding good this morning. And 7.3s to Steve and 7.3s to Tom. It's good to
good to hear both of you guys back on ancient modulation, as Tom referred to it many years ago. And Frank, I want to congratulate you, Frank, on that. That's wonderful news on your diagnosis there, and we couldn't be happy. We look forward to many of you being on the net with that powerful Viking 500. So that's some good news to hear today. So it's always good to get good news early in the morning. So anyway, let's see. Okay, I'm supposed to turn these. Just wanted to double check. But so far, not a problem. I just want to say good morning to Bill, 6BCT. I got a little bit of QSB on you, but you were Q5 copy here. So I was hoping you'd check in, Bill. I know we started the net a little early this morning because the Bible study group got off kind of early. So I got to see there were some early check-ins, and Mikey checked in with me pretty much right off the bat. So that's good. That was a good deal. So anyway, not a whole lot going on here. Just some outside work and stuff, and trying to take advantage of the well, I'll say cooler temperatures right now because I know what's coming. But that's about it from here. But with that, I'll send it over to Dave, W6MQI. Dave, you're sounding good this morning. That signal of the AR-213. Go ahead and take it, Dave. This is K0DWC.
Okay, Chuck. Conditions are really taking a bite. I'm my anchor, so I'm obviously at 73. Thanks, Mike. I forgot it was Father's Day. Thanks for reminding me. So, 73, everybody, and kudos to Frank there. It's good to hear that everything is good on your end. Always like to hear that. So, but anyway, everybody, 73. Geez, I don't know. I think it goes over to Henry. So over to Henry, W6MQI.
Okay. W6MQI, WA7YBS, and just checking. Okay, 200 hertz high. And so anyway, at least according to this cheap counter that I'm using, digital frequency counter is a monitor. And okay, well, we get good morning to Bill there, N6BCT. Yes, I copied Bill about Q5. Not real strong, but in there nonetheless. So, and 73 to Frank, and good deal on your prognosis. And let's see. Well, yeah, Mike, that fan that was in there was amazing. I don't, in the linear amplifier in the MIT linear. I don't know where the heck John got it, but it had to have been like really one of the first 5-inch muffin fans ever invented, because the blades on it were just perfectly straight, looked like spokes, and that's got to be noisy, rotating at speed. And of course, the AC Infinity fans are designed, you know, for moving a lot of air quietly, and they use German ball bearings, and so they are really quiet for what they do. And the other, you know, my concern on that was that dual blower in there, the dual squirrel cage blower, was what was causing the noise, but it isn't. That's a single motor with a dual shaft, you know, and so John put squirrel cage blowers on each side of the motor, And so it's you see that in microwave ovens. They sometimes do that in microwave ovens, and for the fans that are used there. But at any rate, I was hoping that it wasn't that fan, and it wasn't. The rear muffin fan was the culprit. Very easy to change out, and it has made this kind of just a little background noise is all you have now, which is very nice. So anyway, that's the long story on the fan replacement on the MIT linear, the Svoboda linear. Vern, on that SB610, I can't remember if you ordered those per what you wanted or if it was all included in the kit. It kind of seems that that's the way it was. It was all included in the kit, and you selected for the received part of it, for the pan adapter function, you selected what IF frequency you're going to build it to. And 455 was common, and there was two other frequencies which I don't remember that were included as parts. But almost 100% of the time nowadays, when you find the SB610, it's got what the original builder wanted to use it with as a pan adapter installed in it. And if it's 455, well, that's going to be, for vintage radios anyway, pretty good. But there are other possibilities out there. So anyway, yeah, as far as the transmitter monitoring, pretty straightforward. But the pan adapter function of that was, it can be a little bit weird. Not weird, but incomplete. Incomplete's a better description of it, because of how long ago that was, a new kit, and what happened to the parts that were included in the kit but not put in. So anyway, let's shoot it on over there to Bill. N6 BCT WA7 YBS.
This is Whiskey 4, Delta Victor, Quebec. Very good. Yeah, you were fading out on me there for a minute, Bill, but I heard you there at the end. And I wanted to say 73's to Dave. I don't know if he's still listening. And I wanted to say Happy Father's Day to all you out there, all you daddies, whether you got human kids or furry kids. So Happy Father's Day. So 73 round, guys. There ain't many of us left. We got Mike, Vern, Chuck, and Henry and Bill. I don't think Bill's side, but that's the way I have it. Mike. W7MS. This is Whiskey 4, Delta Victor, Quebec.
Well, thank you, Carla. W4DVQ and the Sunday Morning Military Net, W7MS. Yeah, interesting propagation changes. Bill basically disappeared for me, but your signal, Carla, and Chuck's signal has picked up considerably. There was some noticeable deep rapid QSB before 7 a.m., and now you're rock solid with that excellent modulation articulation from Net Control. But yeah, final comments, Henry's comments to VXY on the, but keep in mind it's not a spectrum scope, it's an oscilloscope. It's not a, it's a little bit different, so I guess Vernon can pursue that, but just, you know, because you can, as far as the IF, but I guess the second IF choice, the primary one would be for the, what, I can't recall what the Heathkit sideband rigs ran for their, but that would be a big draw also, one or the other, 455 or the Heathkit IF frequency. For obvious reasons, it's a Heathkit, and people were building matching accessory stations. But yeah, it's okay. Everybody's signing out. I was chuckling about your comments on the fan, Henry, which took me back to, for some reason, I got into a dissertation on a certain product with a gentleman was in town because it was kind of a test bed situation for this device. So I was questioning him on documentation because there was none. And actually, I never received documentation, but he could not shut up about the Pabst fans, German engineering, and those ball bearings. Because, and they are some of the best manufactured and have a great reputation, extremely a long life. But I still remember that. For some reason, he had a fixation on Pabst fans from Germany, to the point of where I had to find an excuse to end the conversation. But that's my comment on fan technology. And nothing much else to add. The PBY has joined my new Station B. I tore that apart and decided to go green military radios, so it's green themed. And as Tom had mentioned, it's navy green, marine green, so it's there on the table, and of course doesn't occupy much space. So another addition to the museum, the TBY-8, and I don't think we'll be contacting any Navajo code talkers with that TBY. But with I'll say 7.3s, everybody have a good day. I've got to jump in the shower and get Pops looking good for the morning breakfast experience here on Dad's Day. So with that, over to Vern. And again, great to see you at the Great Swamper Meet, and congratulations on picking up the 610 from Mr. Vern Anderson. K6VXY, W7MS.
The input on the 610. He put his name and address there on it. I'm trying to reach him on QRZ because his call sign's there. And Henry, also thank you for the comments on the 610 and about, I've been figuring things out, but one thing I'm learning that I was taught a lot of theory on the monitor scope, and said, boy, you've forgotten some stuff. Anyhow, nice talking to you guys, and yeah, my wife was promised early breakfast to go to, and I'll be seeing her in a little bit. You might remember the pre-screen. It was a really good one. It's gone up and down, I guess.
people has a lot in common with. There's no doubt about that. Over to you, Chuck, and good net, Charlotte. Way to go. K0DWC and the group K6BXY listing out.
Okay, word, K6BXY, K0DWC. Very good, all right. Well, good net this morning. A lot of fine folks, and we appreciate the support from all you guys. So thank you for being there for the net. And you know, it's good to have Steve back and Tom there at W860PE, and to hear Frank again with his good news and all, and then the rest of the same characters. So I'll include myself in that. But yeah, thanks for being there, guys. And I'll be net control next weekend, and I'll talk to you guys next Sunday. I did want to say 7-3s today as well. So with that, I will send it over across Route 50 to Henry. Henry, I'll give you a buzz later. WA7YBS in the group. Go ahead and take it, Henry. It's K0DWC. 7-3s, guys. Thanks again.
Okay, K0DWC, WA7YBS. Yeah, I heard some sideband. I bet it's those guys that are down about 6 KC. One of them really has a broad signal. But at any rate, maybe I shouldn't be in the 8 KC position here on the R390A and go to 4 KC, and it wouldn't be a problem. Anyway, 73 all the way around, and we will hope to hear everybody back next weekend. With that, 73, and over to Bill, N6BCT, WA7YBS. Go ahead.
N6BCT, this is W4DVQ. Very good, guys. And, okay, with that, this is W4DVQ, securing the vintage military radio net. And I would like to thank everyone for their participation and invite everyone back next Sunday morning. So with that, guys, we're going to turn in the frequency over to regular amateur radio use. So, this is W4 Delta Victor Quebec signing off. 73, guys. Thanks for being there.